Okay, so for anyone who watches my channel, you'd be well aware by now that I often scour Yahoo News and look for stories that don't seem right. Because as I've stated before, Yahoo News is the #1 website on the internet for fake news. Now, one thing I've noticed over the last year or more is the fact that this individual here, who goes by the name of Paige Spiranak, is always in the news. There's barely a week that goes by where Yahoo doesn't feature Miss Spiranak in one of their stories. Now, you may be aware, this is going back a while now, about Miss Spiranak, how she came out saying that golf is an elitist sport, a men's sport, and basically saying that because she's a female and people see her as a sex symbol, that she's not accepted by the game. Now, I'm going to put it to you like this. Okay, I'm going to say that she's a puppet who is one of the sport's biggest assets, and she's being used as another one of their division schemes. Okay, in regards to how they want to put division between the male and the female, much like you see all those YouTube channels with their MG Tao, their videos where they have all their agents set up that are hating on females. Alright, now I'm going to explain why I believe that this is the case with Miss Spiranak. So, we'll take a look at this article here, first of all, titled, "Why Paige Spiranak Hates Golf, Elitism, Hypocrisy, and Problems of a Cleavage." Alright, so the article goes on to read, the 26-year-old Spiranak, who gave up competitive golf, is now an Instagram sensation with over 2 million followers. And that's why I state that she's one of the biggest assets to the game of golf. It says, "I think we're safe in saying that Paige is very pleasing on the eyes, but her recent comments show how she has suffered as a result of her looks." Miss Spiranak says, "Golf is elitist, it's stuffy, it's exclusive, and I hate that because I am not that. I was never welcomed in, and I am still not welcomed in," Spiranak says in her latest podcast. Now, I'm going to say that's a lie. She says, "It's like my whole life I've been trying to find a place where I can fit in, and that I feel comfortable, and that I feel at peace with myself, and I haven't found that." Once again, just another lie, just a part of a sob story, which, as I said, the agenda behind it is the division between the male and female, making them, in this case, making the men seem like they don't accept Miss Spiranak due to her assets, let's just say. So she says, "Golf is the absolute worst place for me too, because I'm the exact opposite of everything that a golfer should encompass, should be, and I'm not. I'm not refined, I'm raw and real, and I wear what I want, and I have always been so different, and golf is not that way." a girl from Colorado who was a successful college player, believes the hang-up those in the game have about what a golfer wears puts people off the game. All right, I can tell you now, the people behind the game of golf, the administrators and whatnot who run the game, who are responsible for marketing, would absolutely love this lady, because she brings a lot of publicity to what is otherwise considered a boring sport. Hence why she's been thrust into the limelight. Spiranak regularly posts pictures of herself on the course in outfits which may not be acceptable in tournament golf, but laments the fact she has been called a SL bleep T for wearing a simple tank top. She said, "There's just so much hypocrisy in golf, and it's so frustrating for me. It's the big boys club where if someone does something, they'll cover that up, but I wear a tank top, and I'm the S bleep bleep T, and I'm the W bleep 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 E, and I'm the one that's ruining the game." Okay, once again, this is all part of the agenda of demonising the male because of what this individual here supposedly wears. And we're going to take a closer look at the stories that this individual has been involved in over the last year or more here in a minute. So she goes on to say, "I'm not going to feel like I fit in when everything I do, I'm an outcast." Now, do you really believe that this lady here is an outcast who doesn't fit in? All right, now think about it. She's very well off financially. She's got over 2 million Instagram followers and all sorts of sponsorship deals. She's all over the television, the radio. She's got podcasts. All right, just think about it. This is to sway the OP's thinking, OPs, NPCs, whatever you want to call them, into thinking that men are against women, when, you know, that's not the case at all. Well, at least it shouldn't be for anyone with a healthy mind. All right, so she goes on to say a charity rejected her offer simply based on how she presented herself. She says, "I wanted to help this charity out and I wanted to give them free golf clubs. The guy wrote back and said, 'We would love to, but because of the way our board members view you, you can't help out.'" Now, do you really believe that? All right. Once again, that charity could have just taken those golf clubs and her name did not have to be put towards it. Okay, if you give to charity, you should probably do it without too much fanfare. All right, and the fact that she's bringing this up, as I said, it's just another part of the agenda that she's playing out. She says, "I want to give back to these kids who don't have anything because I grew up not having anything." All right, they've always got this story, these famous people, about how they've grown up struggling. All right, they wouldn't know the meaning of struggle. She says, "And I can't even F bleep 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 ing do that because of my cleavage." All right, so she's saying that she can't go out and donate because of her cleavage. Now, do you really think this lady would ever turn up in a poor neighbourhood handing out golf clubs or golf lessons? No, of course she wouldn't. And then we have this story here. Paige Spiranak opens up on horrific nude photo scandal. All right, so basically what's happened supposedly in this story, I mean, no doubt it was done on purpose in order to build the image to go towards the agenda that this individual is pushing. She says that she felt violated after she was betrayed by someone she cared deeply about when she shared intimate pictures among friends. Okay, so she's taken some nude photos and shared them with someone she was involved with intimately. Alright, she says it was horrible. An American golf college star who had a short career in the pros said, just getting these random messages from people you don't know, and they've seen you in such a vulnerable way. It was disgusting. She says, when I finally confronted the guy and said, I can't believe you did this to me, he said, and I'll never forget this, you are the SLUT who sent it to me. He said, you deserve this. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't believe that this individual would have replied in that manner. Like I said, it's all part of the story and the character that's being built. She said the photo had been shared around privately without being leaked on the internet, but Spiranak was paralysed with fear that at any moment it could be uploaded online. You know, keep in mind that she's releasing photos almost daily. Not afraid to show off her cleavage and whatnot. She said that was the worst part. I was constantly stressed out that someone was going to see it and someone was going to get it and that it was going to get out. Yeah, anyway. She says as she travelled around the golf circuit, it was painfully awkward turning up to men's PGA events because she knew they have all seen me naked. And they're so fake to my face that they won't say anything about it. She said that she was regularly SLUT shamed and sent unsolicited images of their genitals. Outraged by the double standards of it apparently being acceptable for men to send pictures of their bodies, but not women. Now look, just because these men may or may not have seen naked photos of Miss Spiranak, okay, these professional golfers, you're not going to send a photo of your genitals back just because you've seen a photo that she shared with someone. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to, if you're a pro golfer and you see some naked photos of a female pro golfer, just because you've seen that photo, you're not going to say, oh, wow, she shared that with a boyfriend and now I've seen it. I bet she wants a photo of my genital area. All right, do you see what I'm saying here in terms of how she's being used? And she's fully aware of it. As I said, she's in on it for an agenda here, because this is what they use all their puppets for agendas aimed at dividing people under the guise of news stories like this. Now, just to make my point that she's come out with this sob story, yet I constantly find her all over the internet in sexualized stories and making sexualized comments which end up in the news, and not by accident. All right, it's all staged, arranged. All right, so we'll go through some articles now, and I can show you what I'm getting at here.
Roosevelt. Roosevelt.